I still remember James, a retired teacher from Minnesota, who once told me that walking to his mailbox felt like climbing a mountain. His knees ached, his fingers stiffened each morning, and worst of all, he felt like he was slowly losing pieces of the life he used to love. Then one day, while watching a documentary about Japanese elders, he noticed something curious. A 91-year-old man walking barefoot through his garden, sipping warm ginger tea, smiling. That simple scene sparked a change. Today, we'll explore 4 natural spices, deeply rooted in Japanese culture, that helped James reclaim comfort in his body and peace in his day. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from, and what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Why does joint pain get worse? As we age. It usually starts with a small ache, maybe in your knees when getting out of bed, or in your hands while turning a doorknob. You shrug it off at first, but over time, that ache becomes a daily visitor. As we age, the cartilage, the soft cushion between our bones, begins to wear down. It's a natural process, like pages in a well-read book slowly fading. Without that cushioning, bones rub against each other, causing pain, stiffness, and swelling. This is what many know as arthritis, but there's more. Aging also brings low-grade inflammation, an invisible fire that quietly smolders inside the body. Unlike the sharp heat of an injury, this type of inflammation is slow and silent, but just as damaging over time. In Japan, elders approach this reality differently. They don't try to fight aging, they adapt. And part of that wisdom lies in what they eat. The Japanese way. Why elders in Japan suffer less from joint pain. In Japan, it's not uncommon to see an 85-year-old gardening, walking to the market, or kneeling on a tatami mat for afternoon tea. Their bodies age like ours, but something is different. Movement is woven into daily life. Unlike in many Western homes, Japanese elders often sit on the floor, sleep close to the ground, and stand up without relying on furniture. This gentle, consistent movement keeps joints mobile. But it goes beyond physical habits, it's also about nourishment. Japanese meals often include natural anti-inflammatory ingredients passed down through generations. A bowl of warm miso soup with ginger, pickled vegetables spiced with shiso, a sprinkle of turmeric in curry. These are not medicines, but daily choices rooted in tradition. There's a word in Japanese, shokuiku. It means food education. It teaches that what we eat shapes how we age. At 87, Mr. Takahashi still climbs stairs daily. He says it's thanks to a humble breakfast, rice, fermented beans, and a touch of wasabi. Ginger, the warming root that soothes the ache. Ginger has been a quiet healer in Japanese kitchens for centuries. It's more than a spice, it's a daily ritual. Whether grated into soups, sliced into tea, or mixed with miso, ginger holds a special place in the hearts of Japan's elders. Why does it help with joint pain? Ginger contains compounds called gingerols and shogaols, natural substances that reduce inflammation and improve blood flow. When joints ache due to stiffness or swelling, poor circulation often plays a role. Ginger gently warms the body, encouraging movement and easing tension around the joints. In many traditional Japanese homes, the day begins with a small cup of ginger tea. It's not just for flavor, it's comfort, it's healing. James, the retired teacher we met earlier, began this habit too. He would grate a thumb of fresh ginger, steep it in hot water, and drink it slowly after his morning walk. After a few weeks, he noticed less stiffness in his knees and a renewed energy in his mornings. The beauty of ginger lies in its simplicity. You don't need much, just a bit used consistently. Try adding it to stir-fries, broths, or warm drinks. Let it become part of your rhythm. In Japan, there's a saying, "Karada wa tabemono de dekiteru." The body is made from what we eat. With every sip of ginger tea, you're telling your joints, "I'm listening, I'm caring, I'm healing." Turmeric, the golden root that calms the fire. Within turmeric, known as yukon in Japan, is not only a staple in Okinawan cuisine, it's a symbol of resilience. This golden yellow root holds a special place in Japan's southern islands, where some of the longest living people on Earth reside. What makes turmeric so powerful? It contains curcumin, a natural compound with strong anti-inflammatory effects. Curcumin works like a gentle firefighter. It doesn't just reduce the visible symptoms of inflammation, it also addresses the deeper hidden causes inside the body. For joints, that means less swelling, less stiffness, and more freedom of movement. In Okinawa, turmeric tea is common. It's earthy, warm, and grounding. Some add it to miso soup, others blend it into curry. The trick is pairing turmeric with black pepper and a little healthy fat like olive oil or sesame oil. This helps the body absorb it better. For Nancy, a 68-year-old grandmother in Oregon, this golden root became a daily comfort. She started blending turmeric into her morning smoothies with a pinch of pepper and coconut oil. Within a month, she felt a difference, less aching in her wrists, more ease when cooking or gardening. Turmeric doesn't work overnight, but like the gentle tides of the Okinawan Sea, its strength is in quiet persistence. A little each day builds protection for the years ahead. In Japan, aging is not seen as decline, it's seen as deepening. And turmeric is one of nature's ways of honoring that process. Shiso leaves, the fragrant herb that brings balance. Shiso, often called Japanese perilla, is a delicate, vibrant green or reddish-purple leaf with a bold, minty aroma. You'll find it tucked beside slices of sashimi, wrapped around rice balls, or floating in a bowl of pickled plum soup. But this herb is more than just a garnish. It's a quiet healer that supports aging joints in subtle ways. Shiso leaves are naturally anti-inflammatory and rich in antioxidants. They help calm the immune system and reduce the low-level inflammation that often lingers in aging bodies. Some studies even suggest that shiso may help block enzymes that lead to cartilage breakdown. The magic of shiso lies in its dual nature. It's both refreshing and warming. It supports digestion, reduces bloating, and gently eases tension in the muscles and tissues surrounding the joints. In one Tokyo suburb, a 90-year-old man named Mr. Fujimoto still starts every day with a small breakfast, steamed rice, grilled fish, and a handful of fresh shiso leaves. When asked why, he simply smiled and said, "It keeps my knees happy." If you live outside Japan, fresh shiso might be hard to find, but not impossible. Many Asian markets carry it, and you can also grow it at home in a sunny window. Add it to salads, soups, or even sandwiches. The goal isn't to eat a lot, it's to let it become part of your weekly rhythm. Shiso teaches us something gentle and profound. Small things used often become powerful over time. Wasabi, the bold spice with surprising healing power. When most people think of wasabi, they picture a sharp, nose-tingling paste that comes with sushi. But true wasabi, the kind grated fresh from the root in Japanese mountain regions, is more than a flavor kick. It's a natural anti-inflammatory with remarkable benefits for joint health. Wasabi contains unique compounds called isothiocyanates, which have been shown to reduce inflammation and improve circulation. These compounds act almost like nature's aspirin, helping to ease joint discomfort without harsh side effects. They may even help block the enzymes that contribute to cartilage breakdown, supporting the long-term health of aging joints. In Japanese households, wasabi isn't only reserved for sushi. It's lightly stirred into dressings mixed with soy sauce or added to tofu for a warming kick. The key is using it in moderation, not to overpower but to enhance. One elderly woman in Nagano, age 92, shared her secret. She adds a tiny dab of wasabi to her midday soba noodles. Not too much, just enough to awaken the senses and move the blood, as she puts it. Real wasabi is milder and more floral than the imitation versions often found in Western restaurants. If you can't find the fresh root look for authentic wasabi paste made without additives, a little goes a long way. In Japan, wasabi isn't just a spice, it's a philosophy. Strong yet balanced, sharp but healing. It reminds us that even boldness, when used with care, can be part of a gentle life. How to easily add these spices to your daily meals. You don't need to move to Japan or follow a strict diet to experience the healing power of Japanese traditions. The beauty of these 4 spices, ginger, turmeric, shiso, and wasabi, is that they fit easily into ordinary routines. No complicated recipes, no expensive ingredients, just small choices made with care. Let's start in the morning when your body is still waking up. Many Japanese elders begin their day with a warm drink, not coffee, not tea from a bag, but a simple brew made from fresh ginger. A few slices in hot water, maybe with a splash of lemon or a drop of honey. It's not just about the taste. That warmth moves through your joints like sunlight through the window, slow, gentle, and comforting. It helps ease the stiffness that tends to settle in overnight. By lunchtime, your body is more awake, but may already be holding tension. This is the perfect time for a bowl of miso soup, a staple in Japan rich in probiotics and flavor. You can stir in a pinch of turmeric, a few drops of sesame oil, and even add a piece of tofu or seaweed. If you have access to shiso leaves, try floating one on top. It softens in the steam and brings a bright, minty aroma that clears the senses and calms inflammation from within. Dinner doesn't need to be elaborate. A bowl of rice with grilled vegetables or a piece of fish is more than enough. What matters is how you season it. Finely chop fresh shiso and sprinkle it over your plate like a finishing touch. Mix a tiny dab of wasabi into your soy sauce, not for heat, but for balance. These small additions don't just change flavor, they change how your body responds to the meal. You don't need to eat these spices all at once. Rotate them. Listen to what your body needs that day. Some people enjoy turmeric in a golden smoothie with almond milk, banana, and black pepper. Others freeze cubes of ginger in advance for tea or cooking. If you enjoy gardening, try planting shiso in a small pot on your windowsill. It grows well and connects you to the rhythm of nature. There's a Japanese word, teine. It means with care, with presence, with attention to detail. That word doesn't just apply to tea ceremonies or traditional crafts, it applies to how we eat. Every time you prepare a meal, you're not just feeding your hunger, you're caring for your future self. James, our friend from Minnesota, didn't change his entire life overnight. He started with 1 cup of ginger tea each morning. Then he added turmeric to soup. Then a little wasabi here and there. Over time, those small steps built into a new way of living. Not a cure, but a kindness. Not a miracle, but a quiet return to comfort. Food can be more than fuel. It can be a conversation between you and your body. A gentle reminder that you are worth taking care of. That healing doesn't have to hurt. That even the smallest spice can hold powerful comfort if you welcome it in one bite at a time. Rediscovering ritual. How daily routines can heal more than the body. In Japan, Healing isn't just about what you consume, it's also about how you live. A bowl of soup, a quiet moment in the garden, a warm cloth on tired knees. These simple acts become rituals, and rituals, when done mindfully, become medicine. Western culture often teaches us to fix things fast, take a pill, push through pain, keep going. But in Japanese tradition, there's a slower wisdom. It says, stop, notice, breathe, listen. When you prepare a cup of ginger tea, you're not just boiling water. You're inviting calm into your morning. When you stir turmeric into a warm dish, you're not just adding color, you're feeding your body a story of resilience. These moments may seem small, but repeated daily, they create a rhythm that steadies both body and soul. Japanese elders often take their time with meals. They chew slowly. They pause between bites. They sit with their food not in front of a screen or behind the wheel, but at a table often close to the floor. This posture encourages gentle movement. Getting up and down keeps the hips and knees more flexible without the need for structured exercise. There's a quiet strength in this way of living. A cup of miso soup becomes more than nutrition. It becomes a signal to the body you're safe, now you can rest, you are cared for. And that message matters especially for those living with chronic pain. Because stress and inflammation are deeply linked. When the nervous system calms, the body heals more freely. You don't need to replicate every Japanese custom, but you can borrow the spirit behind them. Take 5 minutes each day to enjoy a spice ritual. Light a candle. Sit in silence. Feel the warmth of ginger in your hands. Let the bite of wasabi wake you up. These are not just flavors, they're grounding tools in a noisy world. Pain may be part of aging, but so is wisdom. And the wisdom of ritual reminds us even in pain there is beauty. Even in simplicity there is power. The way you eat, the way you move, the way you rest, it all adds up to a form of healing that's soft, slow, and deeply human. Food as connection. Healing through culture, memory, and belonging. When James first began using spices to soothe his joint pain, he wasn't just exploring ingredients, he was reconnecting with something deeper. Each time he grated ginger or sipped turmeric tea, he remembered his grandmother's kitchen. The smells, the warmth, the feeling of being cared for. It wasn't only his joints that softened. Something in his heart did too. This is something many Japanese elders understand without saying it aloud. Food is memory. Food is connection. Every leaf of shiso, every drop of miso broth carries a story of family, of tradition, of love passed down in quiet gestures. In the rush of modern life, we often eat without presence. We grab whatever's easy. We forget to look, to taste, to feel. But healing asks for something more. It asks us to return to ourselves, to our senses, to the roots of who we are. In many Japanese homes, meals are not just eaten, they're shared. Elders prepare food not only for health, but to pass on knowledge. A grandmother shows her grandchild how to mix turmeric into curry. A father explains why ginger is added before a storm to protect the body from cold. These are not just tips, they are teachings, moments of belonging, and that sense of belonging is a powerful medicine. Studies show that loneliness and isolation worsen inflammation and pain, especially in older adults. But when you share a meal, even in silence, something shifts. The body feels seen. The spirit feels less alone. So what does this mean for you? It means that adding these 4 spices, ginger, turmeric, shiso, and wasabi, isn't just about reducing pain. It's about rebuilding connection. With your culture, with your kitchen, with the people around you. Maybe you cook a small meal with someone you love. Maybe you plant a shiso leaf and watch it grow. Maybe you call an old friend and share the turmeric tea recipe you tried yesterday. Healing is not only physical, it's emotional. spiritual, social. And food, when prepared and shared with presence, becomes a bridge to all those layers. You don't have to do it all perfectly. Just start where you are, with one flavor, one memory, one act of kindness to yourself. Let your meals be a soft return to comfort, to culture, to care. Because in the end, what we eat is never just about nutrients. It's about who we are and who we choose to become, one gentle meal at a time. So here we are at the end of this quiet journey through 4 humble spices and the deeper stories they carry. Ginger to warm, turmeric to calm, shiso to balance, wasabi to awaken. Each one offering not just relief, but remembrance. A return to simplicity, to daily care, to a slower, kinder rhythm. If you take anything from this video, let it be this. Healing doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Instead, begin with one small act. A cup of ginger tea in the morning. A sprinkle of turmeric at lunch. A moment of silence while your soup simmers. Let these gentle choices speak louder than fear or frustration. Pain may visit us as we age, but so can wisdom, softness, and grace. And perhaps like the elders in Japan, we can learn not to fight the years, but to welcome them with open hands and nourishing meals. I'd love to hear from you. What's one spice or small habit you feel inspired to try? Share it in the comments below. Your voice matters here. And if this video brought you even a moment of comfort or clarity, please consider subscribing. There's more to come, more stories, more healing, more quiet strength waiting to unfold. And always remember, health information shared here is not medical advice. If you have concerns, speak with your doctor or healthcare provider. And in an emergency, don't hesitate, reach out for help. Until next time, be well, be gentle, and keep listening to your body, your heart, and the wisdom within.